Good afternoon, YouTube, and welcome to the Fantasy Forecast for Tuesday, April 5th, 2016. And we are back on NBA. This is your normal NBA slate. We're just going to go straight into optimals today. I have to do MLB too, and I'm a little tired, guys. So, I just want to kind of crack on in and let's get going with it, and I'm going to go through my optimal and explain it. We have a new iPad today, guys. I don't know if you guys can tell, but the screen should look a little cleaner. Look, I'm going to even point this other one. We have another iPad right in the middle here, and this is the old one with the old. So I'm using an old case right now until we get a new one. This is the iPad Pro, which is supposed to have a better screen and yada yada, and nice speakers and shit. But anyways, moving on. Today we have the FanDuel NBA projected optimal cash lineups. This one is RotoGrinders, which is where we start out every time we do this. RotoGrinders, then Rotowire, then RotoQL, then Daily Fantasy Cafe, then Fantasy Pros, and then me. And we're just going to start running through them, guys, unless I see an honorable mention as to a reason why they might have grabbed someone or something you got to watch. Alright, at point guard, we have Lillard and Collison. Lillard projecting at 39.5, let's call it 40. Collison projecting at 32. At shot guard, we have Smith and Moore. Smith projecting at 22, Moore projecting at 19. At small forward, we have LeBron and Babbitt. King James is projecting at 55, and the Rabbit is projecting at 27. At power forward, we have Green and Landry. Green is projecting at 46, and Landry is projecting at 29. And at center, we have Drummond, and he's projecting at 39. The entire lineup projects at 309. The best value I see among them, and it's close, I don't see any even reach 6 times exactly. The closest one would be Carl Landry at power forward, 5,100 for 29.26 points. Okay, and that's RotoGrinders. Let's move on. Hopefully I don't mess this up. I'm trying to do it very gently because it's a new iPad and I don't have the the screen that it's a clear screen. I know that much for you guys. Okay, this is Rotowire. Rotowire for us has today Lillard and Frazier at the point guard positions. Lillard is projecting at 41 points. Frazier is projecting at 30 points. We have Clarkson and Bryant in the shot guard position. Clarkson is projecting at 26 points. Kobe is projecting at 28 points. We have Durant and Hamilton in the small forward. KD is projecting at 45, and Hamilton is projecting at 31. That's an incredible value, guys. That's their best value on the board. I can already see right now. Jordan Hamilton at 31 points. We have Millsap and Len at the power forward. Millsap is projecting at 30 points, or 39 points, excuse me, got a little hiccup there, and Len is projecting at 30 points. And center Horford, he's projecting at 37 points. The whole lineup is projecting again at 309, and that is RotoWire for you today. Okay, let's move on to the next one, RotoQL. Okay, RotoQL's lineup, and remember, their projections are always based on the last 5 games and not the whole season, so they normally end up a little higher, which can be a good thing or bad thing. RotoQL, we have Frazier and Teague in the point guard position. Teague is projecting at 37 points. Frazier is projecting at 30 points. We have Powell and Butler at the shot guard position. Powell is projecting at 26 points. Butler is projecting at 44 points. At the small forward, we have King James and Aminu. James is projecting at 55 again. That's actually good. When different optimizers show the same kind of numbers, you start to think that might be really where they land. Aminu is projecting at 33, which is a bit high, but you never know. Teletovic is projecting at 30. And Draymond Green is projecting at 49. So those are your power forward slots, Teletovic and Green. And at center we have Duncan, and Duncan is projecting at 30. 29.5 really, and the whole thing rounds out to a 333. Okay, so that's RotoQL for you guys. Let's get to Daily Fantasy Cafe. Daily Fantasy Cafe, full projection is for 307 points. We have Lillard and Westbrook in the point guard positions. Lillard is projecting at 41 points. Westbrook is projecting at 51 points. We have Barton and Levine in the shot guard positions. Barton is projecting at 28. Levine is projecting at 29. Same price, very similar. Okay, we have James Ennis. Ennis at 3,900, I kind of like that pick. It's tough to find value these last seconds. They all know we're sitting other people. Less than 4,000, and they're projecting him at 20 points. If they're right on his minutes and Ennis is going to get some more, that could be a good run against the... Well, the Sixers have had a bad season. So the Pelicans, but, obviously on to next year for both those teams. Anyways, Ennis projecting at 20 points. 20.5 if you don't want to do rounding. I round up and down. And for finishing off the small forward, we got Hayward. He's projecting at 33 points. At power forward, we have Teletovic and Randall. Teletovic is projecting at 28 points, and Randall is projecting at 33 points. And at center, we have Gasol, and Gasol is projecting out at 44 points. And like I told you, that comes out to a 307. Okay. And one more here. And this is Fantasy Pros, guys. Fantasy Pros has Lillard and Jackson in the point guard positions. Lillard is projected at 40. Jackson is projected at 31. We have Kobe and Barton in the shot guard. Kobe's projected at 27. Barton's projected at 26. We have KD and Hamilton in the small forward. Durant's projected at 46, and Hamilton's projected at 24. We have Griffin and Len in the power forward positions. Griffin's projected at 41. Len's projected at 27. And for center, Monroe, and he's projected at 32, for a total score of 294. And that's all of the optimal lineups for today. And let's move on to what I think is your best optimal cash lineup for today. Your optimal cash for today: Steph Curry and Dellavedova. Now the thing here is, I think that Kyrie Irving is going to sit for the rest of the season. They just, until playoffs come around, they got to protect him a little bit. They're going to be careful, and they already have enough of a lead in their season standings where they're going to do fine. That doesn't mean their other main guys aren't going to come out and pick up the slack and do well. I think the triple Cleveland stack is the way to run today, guys, and you can see that already from looking at the lineup. But I'm going to start from position down. I have Steph Curry. He's playing the Timberwolves. Normally, you'd be like, this is a great spot. Just run it, of course. But you'd be worried about blowout risk and things like that. Oh, excuse me, guys. Still a little sick over here. Guys, don't worry about blowout risk today. I mean, it does exist, obviously. If they're up by 30 points with 6 minutes to go, Seth is going to sit. But the reason why he's going to be up 30 points is because they're going for the record. They want to match and beat the Bulls. So the Golden State will continue playing and continue running, and it's going to kind of piss Minnesota off. I mean, not so much the coach or anyone else, but I think of one person at the very bottom of this lineup that's going to really want to run against Curry and be like, well, screw you guys, we'll give you a little run for the money. And I don't need to take the whole team. It's a bigger slate. I'm going to spread out a little, but I have Seth Curry to start me out, and I think we have a bigger night from him. Yes, he could just floor you at 40 or 45 and just put the game out of reach, but I think we're looking at 55 to 60 tonight, guys. Okay, Dellavedova or whatever. Just take Della with Irving out. You're getting the extra points. If the guy only gives you 20 and floors you at like 5.5, 6 value, if you can get the extra out of the good guys, I'll take it. I mean, but Della could give us a 25 or a 30-pointer and give us like a 7 to 8 times night tonight, which is awesome. This all depends on Irving being out, but it looks certainly likely, and it's an 8 p.m. start. I think you'll have the news before the lock tonight, guys, so no worries. Kobe. The farewell tour is on at shot guard. I'll go on for the next one. But Kobe. Man, and I've been a Laker fan my whole life. I'm from LA, and through the thick and the thin. And can you guys just love the performance he put up last night? I did have him in a lineup, but I mean, I got look at that. 46 points, and he was 5,000 that night. I mean, more than 9 times value. Yes, he puts up those stinkers. Look at those ones before. But when they decide to give Kobe the ball and let him jack it up fucking 80 times a night, Kobe is going to have his scores. If he gives me 32 fantasy points, do you think I'm not ecstatic about that? You gave me 6 times value. I'm stoked. Courtney Lee, beneficiary of the news that Batum is basically probably going to be out for the rest of the season. Well, regular season at this point. It could be full season. I'm trying to keep track of so many NBA teams at this moment. But with Batum out, and they won't risk Batum, they're going to sit him tonight. Courtney Lee will pick up the majority of minutes, and at 4,300, you'll be able to get at least a 5 to 6 times value out of that with him picking up the Batum scoring opportunities. So run with it. King James. Like I said, with Kyrie Irving out, that's why it's a Cleveland triple stack. So I got him there against the Bucks, and he should do fine. I worry a little of blowout risk, but without Irving and with the Bucks trying to be thorns in their side, I just don't have a thing. Alphabet's going to kind of push against him kind of pretty hard, and I think we're going to see James out there for a good 35 minutes, 40 minutes, and it's going to be a beautiful game because of that. Ennis, like we said, with moving on with small forward, the Pelicans have no one. The Sixers really don't have anyone either, but the guys is basically going to see 30 minutes, and just a matter of building up fantasy stats at a cheap punt price here. So, and he should do that. Let's look at his stats real fast, and you guys will notice he did it, and he's going to do it again. Remain with them through the end of the season. Sign a contract, 24 minutes, 30 minutes, 29 minutes, 21, 24, and then 30 on the last one. I don't expect 30 this time. It'd be wonderful he did it again, but give me 20 or 25, and I'll be happy. Millsap, wonderful position day with the Hawks fighting against the Suns, which are bad. Just pay the price. He put up 50 fantasy points last time, and if you get your 40 tonight, this is a great way to spend your money in a really hard NBA environment. Tristan Thompson finishes you out and gets you your triple stack with Cleveland, and he has his minutes too with Irving out, and we finish out with Towns. And Towns is just so lovely in the spot against Golden State, the high-scoring game, and he's the guy that's really going to want to take it to them, to be quite honest. I mean, if someone's going to take it to Golden State and from the Timberwolves, it's going to be that amazing rookie they've got. And I think that Curry's going to be surprised. Towns is going to pick up some of those boards that Curry might have been trying to feed out, and a couple of assists might get stolen. This could be a fun game to watch, guys, and it will be high scoring. But I want exposure, no question. And I want exposure to the 2 highest guys if I'm not going to do anything else, which are, to me, are Towns and Curry. All right, so that's my ideal cash lineup for today for Fantasy Forecast for NBA. This is just for FanDuel. I'm going to try to do a DraftKings lineup. I'll probably just tweet that. And then we're also going to do a later video today on FanDuel for MLB. I know most of you guys are like more NBA fans. I am in a lot of ways. I mean, baseball gets just a bit slow with 162 games and 4-hour games with extra innings sometimes. It's just a lot to take out of a day when you've got other things to do. Basketball is somewhat fast-paced, but guys, basketball is ending, and we're going to need something to get us through the hump until we have football season. And so, as I know not many of you will follow it, but if you will feel like playing for one day or another, I'm going to try to do optimal lineups just like I do every day for NBA. They'll come from reputable sources, and then I'll try to do my own recommended cash one. If I don't have one, I won't give a recommended, but I'll still give the optimals. But NBA will come out every day around these times. And then we're going to do MLB when it's not there. So there's going to be a video every day until we can get ourselves through the football season. Remember, there is no more college anymore. FanDuel and DraftKings and all of them basically made an agreement with college sports and NCAA that ends college betting, essentially. So that's it for that. I mean, we can look at maybe golf tournaments on DraftKings and other stuff since we're going to have DraftKings accounts. There's other things to look at. Leave comments if you want, but we're going to keep doing NBA videos and as long as we can. And, we'll do NFL videos, of course, and we'll do MLB videos in the meantime to get us through. And that's about the way Fantasy Forecast is going to work for now in terms of sports. There are still a couple other things like politics and other weird betting strategy things that are coming up, but they will be clearly mentioned in titles. If you guys aren't interested, just ignore it and move on. But definitely, please, subscribe so you get notice on the videos. You'll get notice when an NBA, MLB, whatever happens to hit. You can watch it right away. You can change out your lineups or make a bet or contest entry if you want to. Just subscribe on that YouTube button and make sure that you get those notices because these videos are erratic based on my time on when I can get them out and when sports time starts and things like that. And if you're concerned about like last minute injuries and things, follow me on Twitter at MikeMiller78. I always tweet out a last minute lineup change if there is a need for one to be done. And you'll see it. You just got to jump on Twitter in the last 5-10 minutes and you'll see it and you'll be like, all right, I just got to, and then you're all set and ready to go. Okay, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. I'm working to make it a little bit better. This is just for NBA for today. There should be an MLB video out later. I hope you guys enjoyed. NBA DFS players, enjoy these last few days of regular season. Go on out there and go win some money.